Hi, it's Greg from episode 7 of How I Vegan podcast. Last year, I started an accessories brand called Assisi Style, creating belts and wallets from cork, a wonderful natural leather alternative that's both vegan and sustainable. So far, I've designed belts and wallets in classic black and brown, with a new two-tone wallet and 2 new handbag designs on the way, just in time for Christmas. Each piece comes in a stylish gift box, so they make the ideal gifts for hard-to-buy-for vegans. Visit my website, assisi.style, to view the current range. That's ASSISI.style. Use the voucher code HELLO20 for an extra 20% off our already discounted prices on your first order. Assisi Style. Kindness accessorized.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good, mate. You?
I'm not too bad. I'm alright.
Good. I'm going to start off with a shout out for our friends at Compassion and Cucumbers podcast,
Oh wow! Hello.
who were our guests earlier in the year. They published an episode today, Tuesday, which is like their sort of immediate reactions to the election results last week and
Nice.
last week at the time of recording. And it's such a heartbreaking episode. I really feel for those two and the people affected by the result. So lots of support and love from this side of the pond.
Yep.
For all of you.
Yep.
All we can do is...
I don't get it.
All we can do is, well, I say we get organised, get motivated, and
stick
make
together.
the changes where you can. Yeah, stick together. That's it.
Don't let the people who think they're in control try and divide us.
That's the key thing. Divide and conquer is a tried and tested practice by the sort of autocratic regimes around the world. So yeah, there we go. Good. What's been going on with you?
Spent a week feeling quite unhopeful.
Yep.
We've talked about this before. This goes up and down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping tonight's episode will bring me up a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Is there a jacket potato slow cooker update?
Oh no.
No. Oh well. Now you've got something to look forward to this week.
Yeah, if I remember. I got too busy learning how to cook ramen, which was interesting.
Oh wow! Where did you get a recipe? Where was it from?
No, yet again, PETA pissed.
Really?
Yeah, watching my new friend Gaz Oakley. I mean, I say friend.
Here we go.
He doesn't know that we're friends, but we are.
Yeah.
So I'll just stuff my mouth with cake. And he did he called it a mushroom broth. He went foraging for mushrooms. And fried the mushrooms up in the forest. Put some stock in. Jobs are good. I was like,
that's
seriously?
It. Wow.
Seriously.
That all it is.
I didn't realise. I mean, that wasn't ramen, but how simple, like banging chili, ginger and garlic in a pan with some veggies, fry them up, chuck some stock in and noodles, and that's pretty much a very basic ramen. So I just he put a little bit of coconut milk in, so I did that, cooked a load of vegetables, noodles, stock, let it simmer for a bit, coconut milk, job done. I was like, oh my god, that is so easy and ridiculously cheap.
That's mad, isn't it? Yeah, we've got Manami Frost's cookbook, and there's a ramen recipe in there, and it's much the same. Bunch of mushrooms and whatever you want, and as long as you get the stock and the was it miso paste to give it that sort of
Yeah, I didn't bother with that.
taste. The rest of it's fine. The rest of it's easy peasy.
Gaz Oakley had made his own, in his own jar and all that sort of stuff. I was like, I'm not making my own because I think he said it had taken
I'm not
like
fomenting.
9 months to make it. I was like, yeah, I ain't got that time, and also any inclination to do anything like that. And I couldn't find any to buy either, so I was just like, bollocks, I'm just going to do what I've got, run with what I've got. So
Yeah. Wow. Ooh, tell you what, I made this weekend teriyaki tempeh from the Bosch boys. It was on their website, and first of all, I thought that looks really complicated. I thought, I bet that's really complicated. And then I started looking at it step by step, and I thought, I'm going to give that a go. I've got a bit of time on Saturday. I'll give it a go. And it was amazing. And I even forgot to put the cashew nuts in at the end, so it would have been even better because I love cashew nuts. Yeah. But that just means I'll have to cook it again.
It's a shame because, like, not a shame, but when I see a recipe and it's got loads of ingredients, a big long list of ingredients, I'm thinking, can't be arsed with that. But then when I knock a curry up here, I'll say here at home, there might be like 4 or 5 vegetables and then stock and then a load of herbs and spices. And actually my recipe list is really long. Yes. Just when you're looking in the book, it looks like, oh God.
Yeah.
But like I said to you before, I just fry it, spice it, put some tomato passata in it or something. It's just so simple.
Yeah. Easy peasy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you've got a healthy, unprocessed dinner.
And
you know all the ingredients because you've put them in yourself.
Exactly. So, the last couple of weeks, I realised, having accidentally walked down feeling sick, the meat aisle in Lidl.
Oh, God, yeah.
Got to the end, and there's 2 whole cabinets of plant-based food.
Oh.
Because they said, didn't they? They said a few months ago now, they found more people are buying the plant-based stuff with it being in the meat aisle.
Yeah.
So I just never gone down there and forgot about it. Anyway, they've got vegan schnitzel.
Oh.
I'd never had schnitzel. So I don't even know
what is it?
It's a German food. It's basically a what do you call it? Flattened pork breadcrumbed patty. Not patty.
Oh.
What do you call it?
Burger?
No. There's a word for it. Do it with chicken as well. Flatten chicken out, bread it, and fry it. There's a word for that. Anyway, the German... What? No, not tenderized. Can't think what you call it.
Hold on.
Anyway.
Let me do a live Google. What is it called? Schnitzel?
Yeah.
What is...
It's flattened breaded pork and fried.
A thin slice of meat, thinned by pounding with a meat tenderizer. Oh, right, breaded meat. I've never...
Yeah. But obviously breaded soy-based product.
Yeah, right. Breaking news.
Oh, this is exciting.
So we mentioned COP29 in Azerbaijan a couple of episodes back, I think, didn't we?
Okay.
So it started today.
Righto.
The president of COP29's host country has told the UN climate conference that oil and gas are a gift of God. Fuck off.
Oh, what's he done? Wrapped it up in paper? Put a bow on it?
Yeah.
Sake.
It's just...
Which country is that? Azerbaijan? I don't know what the word is. Naivety, stupidity. Should we get him on? Let's get him on.
What, the president of Azerbaijan?
Yeah.
I mean, no.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
No, let's not do that. It'd be weird.
This is what I mean. This is the fucking world we live in. It's shit.
Yeah.
How's social media? I think I'm about a month and a half off.
Yes, of course.
Are people on the same side still hating on each other?
I haven't seen so much of that, to be honest with you. It's
Oh, it was my fault, was it? Brilliant.
but yeah, maybe you're the one who started it all. But I tell you what, though, I have stopped following quite a few people, so
Yes.
that has definitely helped. And not only that, but some of the more ultra elements, I've blocked them as well. So even if they comment on someone that I am following, I don't see what they say. So, if that's if they are having a go at someone, I'm not going to see it. So yeah, I don't mind that too much.
Anyway, today's guest is a comedian.
He is?
Is he going to make me laugh?
Ooh, possibly. It's very funny.
There's nothing better than a hunk of prime Labrador steak, wonderfully marbled. And that is almost entirely dependent on how it's produced. Elwood's organic dog meat has complete control of this entire journey. So I'm here at Elwood's farm to find out a little more about it.
Welcome to Elwood Farms.
Thank you very much, Elwood.
I hear you do a bit of barbecuing.
I do a little bit of barbecuing every now and then, yes. From a chef's point of view, consistency is key for everything.
It doesn't matter if it's a Rottweiler ribeye, a Pyrenees mince, or a lab sirloin.
You can always tell when the dog comes from a place where it was well reared. And every step has to be right, doesn't it? Oh, you should see these guys. So, from an Elwood's point of view, there's complete traceability.
Absolutely, unrivaled traceability, so it's fine.
Every single piece of dog meat.
Yeah, from pub to farmer's market.
Everything the dog's been fed.
Everything about it.
For each dog.
Yeah, only Marks and Spencer's and Whole Foods do this.
Where else can people order from?
From elwooddogmeat.com. That's ELWOOD dogmeat.com.
For top quality meat from dogs for people. Meat that's local, sustainable, and humanely harvested. There's only Elwood's organic dog meat. They seem pretty friendly, don't they? They're more responsive to me than my kids, to be honest.
Our guest today is an activist comedian who this year performed at Vegan Campout. He recently took part in street activism with PETA, We the Free, and our guest from episode 47, Jamie Logan. You can find him on his wildly popular Dawn Chorus Instagram and TikTok pages. And if you're hoping to see him in the flesh, well, brace yourself, because in December you'll be able to find him at London Veg Fest. Hopefully we'll be able to get the bottom of the Dawn identity with our guest, Lee Brace. Welcome.
Hello.
It's nice to see the face behind the not the face behind the voice, the face behind the other face.
Yeah, that's
I think I've only ever seen you as Dawn.
The brace behind the face. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in the vegan circles. I'm pretty much always Dawn. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This might come as a shock to some people then that Dawn isn't a real person.
That's right. It's a good job it's audio as well, isn't it?
Well, with our faces, it has to be, really.
Yeah.
Thanks for agreeing to that. Thanks for saying that.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm with you on it. We do look like some kind of Harry Potter meets Lord of the Rings-esque fan thing, doesn't it? It's quite nice.
What am I, Hagrid?
Yeah, or sort of Gandalf, kind of.
Gandalf, yeah.
Haggard,
Yeah.
did you just say?
Yeah.
I'm like, Harry Potter's sort of strange uncle. Yeah.
In what way, strange uncle? Because that
just
could have a
old,
different connotation.
But with the same glasses. Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, forget that. Cut that bit out. Gollum. I'm Gollum.
Okay, fine. Okay, not friends with the Archbishop of Canterbury or anything like that.
No, God, I heard
No,
about that.
okay.
Christ. Yeah, no.
Fine.
Not again. Not
So-
anymore. Not after that.
So, Lee, tell us. Obviously, we'll come on to Dawn, but tell us how, because you're a actor and stand up in sort of normal life. What's the background there? How did you get into that?
Yeah, so I'm from Leicester, and I did youth theatre when I was
Just
little,
up the road.
Like, yeah. Oh, where are you?
I'm in Kettering at the minute.
Ah, yeah. Market Harborough was my hometown.
Oh wow, okay.
But no one really knows where that is. So you just say Leicester.
No.
If you say Market Harborough, they're like,
Yeah.
well, good luck. What's that? You know. Yeah. So I did the local youth theatre there when I was little. My parents sort of encouraged me to do that, and I started getting all the silly comedy parts. You know, I wanted to be the prince, getting the princess, but I'd just be like Widow Twanky or Captain Hook or something like that. So I really enjoyed getting laughs. So my dad encouraged me to do some stand-up lessons, so a course in Leicester for 12 weeks. Wow. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And that was it. I moved to London, got on the circuit, and that was it. So I did stand-up for quite a while, and then kind of missed the acting side of it. So I thought I'd try that. So did from 2015 up until this year, mostly sort of ads and a couple of films and things like that. Now I'm just all out for comedy and animal rights activism stuff. So with Dawn, I can put them both together and do it at the same time.
So now you're quite happy being Widow Twanky?
Yes. Now people call me Widow Twanky. Wait, it sounds like Widow Twanky. I'm not sure they're saying it. Yeah, I'm quite happy being Widow Twanky now. Yeah, I'm method.
How did Dawn come about then? How did you develop that character?
It was during lockdown. You know, everyone found these hidden hobbies in lockdown. I basically went out in this field near mine and started creating this character, this bird watching character, who every day would listen for bird song and guess what bird it is, and I'd tell you some facts about it. And that was it. A lot of people seemed to like it each day, and then I thought, well, she'd definitely be vegan. She'd definitely do more, you know, for other animals, and that was it. I just abandoned everything else, all my other characters, and just started doing stuff with her. Yeah.
Wow. So what does it look like? Have you gone on from birds to other animals then? In that sort of like what's that sound?
Yeah. So since going vegan, I've basically started doing. I did lots of my videos are song parodies, famous song parodies with the words changed to, you know, vegan in jokes and certain phrases we hear all the time, like plants feel pain and carnivores and roaring lions and all that kind of stuff. But I've started doing outreach as well. I've started doing activism as Dawn out in London and stuff like that. So I since going vegan, I've become obsessed with everything to do with animal cruelty.
Yeah.
So now I'm talking about. So I cover every animal now. She's still technically an ornithologist character, but also an animal rights activist now.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Cool.
How do people react when they see you standing by a vegan art installation or like a We the Free stand or something like that? Because it's a fairly unusual sort of outfit, get up, if you like.
Yeah, I guess I just sort of I don't go too near. I just sort of hover and sort of go, "What do you think of this? That's weird, isn't it? What's this?" And then they go, "Oh God, look at you! You're some kind of character." They look for the camera, and then I'm in. I start chatting to them. It's a nice way of chatting to them without judging and sort of going, you know, like, "Ooh, you know, this is you're doing this," you know.
I could imagine it would be quite disarming because you'd expect somebody to be up and sort of being quite accusative, perhaps depends on the person, wouldn't it? But for you to come up, instantly, it's like a distraction, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's because it's, you know, the installations are amazing. Like people laying there in nets being caught fish. There was one the other day, a PETA one where a woman was drinking from a massive fake cow.
Yes.
So people are standing there gobsmacked and they're trying to work it out. And I approach as if I'm on their side and go, what do you think of this? A bit weird. Would you do that? Well, imagine you doing that. Go on, you can have a go. Go on, your turn. And that kind of thing. And it's that they, it's laughing at the topic, whilst these people are doing amazingly serious things. There's a lot of serious activism about, and I think there's humour with the nonsense that people come up with. There's a lot of humour there.
But it's good to have a different angle as well, because if the sort of straightforward street activism isn't working on everybody, then it's another angle, isn't it, to have that will use humour to get people, like Elwood's dog meat, for example. It's I know you've done stuff with Elwood's, haven't you? And it's just a different way of trying to approach get the result in the end. It's just a different route, isn't it?
Yeah. Comedy, it goes in people's minds a lot easier, I think, than... I used to do some comedy training videos for this corporate company, big offices in America, and it was like a series, and it was really silly and slapstick, but it was all all the content was about compliance and really boring sort of business jargon. And rules and regulations and HR and all that stuff. But because it was so silly and slapstick, these companies loved it. They kept ordering more series, more. They couldn't wait for the next training video. It became a little sitcom in America. It's huge in Texas. And it's like, well, if it wasn't comedy, they would just switch off. They'd be bored to tears. But comedy is a great way of getting people to listen to stuff. And that's all I've got really. I think I'd struggle going out as me, talking about these serious topics. I think it would be strange. But with me going out as Dawn, it's some.
Do you get much trolling?
Online I do, yeah. I've not had any trolling on the streets yet. Mind you, I've only done about 6 days of outreach stuff.
Right.
I get a lot of it's Jimmy Savile comments a lot.
What?
Wow.
I have no idea. I'm not wearing a shell suit. All glasses. Go now then. I just don't understand it. I think it's just they like just to attack, don't they? I've had. Oh, it's Steve Coogan. It's Pauline Carr. I've had that as well.
Well, that's better.
Nice. Compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take that one over the first one.
Definitely. Anytime. Yeah. So yeah, people like to hate Dawn online, I think.
Yeah.
I have had a few non-vegans though saying I'm not vegan, but fair play. That's quite funny.
That's good.
Which is nice. Yeah.
We saw you on the Vegan Queens Cabaret stage at Camp Out this year, and
amazing.
The some of those songs were just absolutely hilarious. What's the one is it the Jamelia cover, Superstar, I think?
That's
it, that one?
Yeah, Carnivore, yeah,
it's absolute genius, comedy genius. So
thank you.
Yeah, really good.
I think
really
we can
good.
End it there. Let's end it on that. That's
okay, fine. Yeah, thanks for coming.
Take care, guys. No, thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. I've written two more this week that I'm going to hopefully start performing a bit more next year. I've written, apart from a couple of audiences, you're the first person to hear this. You Drink from the Breast, Simply the Best, Tina Turner, which is all about a friend I used to know who I love, but still drinks from the breast. But it ain't your mama's chest. It's like that. You drink it from your mother now, a mother that you've never met. It's hard to do it without the teeth in, really. And today, funnily enough, I finished Super Pooper, which is Super Trooper by ABBA, all about how much better my poos are since being vegan.
Mad.
Yeah, it's mad. Yeah, but it makes me happy before I'm carted away in a van.
Oh man,
brilliant! Oh, we will look forward to hearing the full versions of those. That's tremendous.
You're basically the Weird Al Yankovic of veganism.
I love that. Wow.
Wow.
Thank you.
Take that. I'll give you that one.
Comedy genius. Weird Al
Yeah.
Yankovic. Jimmy
Yeah.
Savile. It's brilliant. Get them all.
No. We didn't say that one. That wasn't us.
No.
We're not having that.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I nearly met Meatloaf once, you know. Sorry, that's a weird tangent, isn't it?
Just stop with that. I once met Meatloaf. Bye.
We're not allowed to say that anymore.
Were you vegan at the time?
Now, malt loaf. No, I wasn't. But yeah, we went. Me and my brother-in-law were really drunk, and we went to Wembley to see him, and pretended our friend Dave was backstage. So we kept telling everyone we're going to go and see Dave backstage, and we were having champagne with the band, his support.
Is it that easy to get backstage?
Well, we followed this family. I mean, we'd had a few. We followed this family who'd won VIP tickets, and they were waving them around, and they were chatting to all the security. So we stood really close, sort of laughing along at all the jokes that they were saying, and just walked in with them. And they didn't question it.
No way.
They thought we were. Yeah,
Amazing.
It just got to Meatloaf, just to the point where he was just about to come out, and then the woman said, "I think it's time for you guys to go now." Because we don't have any tickets at all. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Never mind.
That's good. So, tell us then, Lee. What's your vegan story? Where did it all come from?
Oh, I'm not vegan. Yeah, no, joking. So in 2021, I watched a Chris Packham documentary. Him and his stepdaughter were travelling around Europe, and they'd stop for an ice cream everywhere. And he'd always choose a vegan option. And I've always loved Chris Packham. And I was just thinking, you know, is he a bit of a diva? Why is he always choosing the vegan option? And I literally looked into what's the difference between the vegan and the cow milk option. And I was like, wow, how did I not know this before? So that was a massive seed planted. And I was obsessed with KFC back in the day. And I've always called myself a bird watcher and a bird lover. And I've never quite made the connection that my favourite food was birds. So one day in Brighton, they were doing a £6 for 20 wing deal, and I had a bucket, and I just felt like sad. And I was like, this is like 10 birds. Like, I don't know, something just clicked that day. And that was it. I did as much research as I could. I had a vegan friend who was mentioning it all the time, now and again, never really took it in. Went to a party at a house, and there was an idiot came along, a lion came along and started questioning it, and I didn't have enough answers, and I was a bit like, I tried to put up a bit of a fight with it, sort of saying, you know, I can't remember, but I walked away thinking, I'm not sure if I did the animals justice there. I'm not sure so I obsessively learned as much as I could. And I want to go back and have that debate again. I can't, obviously, but I can't like debating now. When you know what you're talking about, it's really good, isn't it?
Yes. We've said that so many times. Across these episodes, but like that them first few weeks and months where you're like, why are you vegan? I don't know.
Yeah,
I want to give all the answers I think I should be, but I haven't got a clue what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And like you said, you just want to go back now. Go back and have them.
You just relive all the arguments in the shower, don't you?
Yeah.
Should have said that. Yeah. What do you say now? If someone asks you now?
Is that a rhetorical question, or are you asking me for sure?
Yeah, genuinely asking you.
So, it depends who I'm talking to. One of my best mates is a carnist, and I was on the phone to him yesterday, in fact, and he just put a question to me because of a conversation we were in, so it was kind of not the same thing.
Yeah.
But basically, when someone is intrigued as to why now, I explain why. I explain my reasons why I started, where I'm at with my journey now.
Yeah.
And whenever they come back with anything, my answer is always, "But does an animal die?"
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yes.
And they're like, "Well, yeah." I'm so, well, if we've just agreed that an animal is sentient and can feel emotion and pain, and you are then paying somebody, or you are killing an animal for your own pleasure,
Yeah.
then you're killing an animal. That's murder. That's not on.
Yeah. There's no other argument, is there? It's
No,
an
and they
animal
still
dies.
some of them still keep coming back, still like with the next question, and I'm just like, yeah, but does an animal die?
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
Yeah. What about you, Matthew? What do you say? If someone asks you.
I had this conversation in the office a couple of weeks ago, and was just getting into it about how, first of all, I watched Cowspiracy, and that made me think a lot about the environment. And then I started looking into it about, what we do to animals and how we're lied to and told cows make milk, so we have to drink milk and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And the person I was talking to was like, oh, yeah. And then the phone rang, and that was the end of it. And it was really frustrating because I felt like, I haven't seen them since because we're not on the same shifts or anything. So I feel like, I had an opportunity there, and it was snatched away from me. But I know that next time maybe I'll have to just try and do a bit of editing and do it a bit quicker so that I can get it done before the phone goes. But
there's a seed
I was
every
at
time.
an event. I was at an event today, a charity event, and not vegan based, peer support based. But there was a guy there, and he was doing some political rambling speech, which was justified, but he was preaching to the converted, so it didn't really. We
like our
weren't
podcast.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
And he said that when you're trying to not debate but have a conversation with somebody, and as he was talking about like racism and homophobia and society and stuff, and I'm listening to him thinking, how can I implement this into veganism? But he said you can't change people's minds with logic. Oh, there was a couple of other things I can't remember, or shouting. And what you should do is try and get them to talk about their view,
Yeah.
and then externally question their view, so that they answer their own. They respond to themselves from our point of view without realizing it, and it sows a really big seed. And I thought, oh, that's really good, but I don't know how to do it.
It's good, isn't it? It doesn't. Earthling Ed does that, doesn't he? Earthling Ed tends to do that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
He gets them to admit something, or like talk about their situation, then question it, and then they're almost debating themselves.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas I think even my but does an animal die is still saying, I'm still using logic. I'm still saying, you're saying this, but do you not understand that you're having to kill an animal? Because some people will go, yeah, but that's what we've always done.
Yeah.
That's what we've done for millennia, is to kill animals and eat them.
But the most hilarious
then
thing is that
then you have to justify the next stage of logic, and it never sinks in.
Yeah, and that person hasn't killed any animal ever.
No.
We've always done it. Well, you never have. You've always paid someone to.
Yeah.
It's just, how's that natural?
Yeah, exactly.
I tend to say now, I just bloody love animals, and then you pretty much always get, well, I love animals, and then I'm like, you eat them. You don't eat them then.
Yeah.
When I go out and about in the streets, I had a checklist that I've just made up on the internet, made up myself, and I was basically saying, are you quick question, do you love animals, yes, no, or not sure? And I'd always get a yes. And then I'd say, oh, brilliant, okay, so I tick yes. And they go, yep. And I go, great. So, you don't eat them then, do you? And then they go, sorry, you don't eat them? And then I go, oh, yeah, I eat them. I go, it's going to have to be no then. And then depending on how well the conversation goes, I go, well, I could tick not sure. And a few of them have been so angry. I had a woman chase me down the street once and say, you must tick yes. You must tick yes. And I was like, don't worry, I just made it up. This is all just me being... It's called Dawned on Me Productions. Don't worry about it. It's not real. But it's them being faced with, do you love animals? I'm going to tick no. It's quite offensive. They get quite offended by it.
Yeah. Because they're questioning their own ethics and morals then, aren't they? And it's suddenly like the dawn has risen.
Yes, literally, yeah. Yeah, like that. That's my new show.
So, what do you think's been? So, what's been 3 years?
Yeah, 2021, February 2021. Yeah,
So, yeah, what do you think's been the biggest struggle during that time for you personally?
biggest struggle. The first year, I think.
Yeah,
I went overnight, cold avocado. Um, and I never went back. Obviously, there's a few slip ups. I never went back, but I think that coming to terms with the fact that you've, the state of the planet and the fact that you're in the minority and the fact that you feel like you've been brainwashed all these years. And it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like an alien when they wake up out of that sleep.
yeah,
And you're like, wow, where have I been? 35
Yeah,
years.
that's true.
Yeah. So yeah, it's that was really hard. I think you go through this horrible process, don't you, where you realise all the horror that we cause the animals. You realise what they go through. It's like boom, 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 boom. It's like this brand new information, and there's so much of it. Especially when you're obsessed with researching it. You see, you watch every documentary, you read every book. There's still things I've read that I still can't believe happens.
yeah,
It's just insane.
Yeah.
But then after a while, you don't get over it. You just become immune to it. I think you become like when you're drumming and you get blisters on your fingers. After a while, it just gets hard. It's a bit like that. Like it's just, well, I'll watch that, and you're like, yeah, it's horrendous. It's hell. I'll watch that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And you just talk to people and you say these things, and you realise that they're not where you are. They don't know any of this. They've not seen any of it.
no,
9 times out of 10, they don't believe you that this stuff happens. But because you're so used to it, you just casually chat about it, don't you? And you're like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right as well, because it's that, like you say, that thing of you think you've learned. It's that, on a broader sense, that whole, you think you've seen it all,
yeah,
and as with veganism, you think, right now I know all this shit's gone on. Oh my god, I'm never going to be party to that again, and you think that's it, and then you watch Pignorant.
Ignorant, yeah. I knew you were going to say that.
Then you see a farmer battering a pig with a crowbar, and you think, "Oh my god!" And then you see the next thing, and the next thing, you think, "Oh, for fuck's sake, what is happening?
Yeah.
Why did I do that for years? Not realizing, and why are people still doing it? You just
and you're trying to tell them, and you share these things, and they're like blocking you or hiding it or putting laughy emojis and stuff, and you just think, wow, I haven't made this video up. Yeah.
One of my best mates, I was on the phone. Same guy I said I was on the phone to. I was on the phone to him last week, and he said, "I'm just going to let you know I've unfollowed you on Facebook." I went, "That's all right. I've come off all social media anyway. It's not a problem." He said, "I'm just sick of seeing pigs' heads." And I thought, I'm not going to get into an argument with you again.
No.
But that says way more about you than it does me.
It does, doesn't it? Why are you sick of it? Does it make you feel sick? Does it put you off your pig's head dinner? Does it? Why does that bother you so much? And it's not you, is it? It can't be you. It's triggered.
Yeah, it's that thing. I'm trying to stop murder, and you're trying to keep it going. So it says way more about you than me, without doubt.
Yeah, if
you didn't pay for it, it wouldn't happen.
Exactly. If that was like puppies or kids or something like that, and you're like trying to raise awareness, he wouldn't go, "Just let you know, I'm following you on Facebook. I'm sick of seeing all this need of saving kids or rescuing puppies. I'm sick of seeing it." But because it's animals that he eats and pays for, it's all right. Crazy.
Bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah. I've had so many people unfollow me. Tons. Yeah. Even one of my best mates started saying a while ago that he thought I was insane, that I needed help. Started contacting my friends and family, asking for me to have a what is it when they all get together and tell someone?
Oh, an intervention.
Intervention, yeah.
Wow.
Just for posting more vegan things lately and trying to defend animals. Yeah, we don't speak anymore. He's gone. I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Crazy.
bizarre.
Yeah. Like it's a mental health issue, just being compassionate.
Yeah. Well, that's how it's seen by, I think, a lot of people. They just sort of look like a guy at work. I'd been working, well, I started working with him in January, and then it was only about probably July. And he sits behind me in the office. He sees what I eat for lunch every day. But I was wearing my those super dry trainers with vegan on the bottom.
Yeah.
And he saw those and he said, "Oh, are you vegan?" And I went, "Yeah." And he went, like, what a weirdo. And I was like, what's that mean?
Yeah.
I saw a really good quote today in that event I was at. I've just Googled it, and I can't believe I've Googled it and found the right one. Angela Davis, a political activist, she said, "You have to act as if it were possible to radically transform the world, and you have to do it all the time."
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And that's what we try and do in this movement. We have to try and get into those conversations, and however heavy you want to be an activist, if you want to be a Joey Carbstrong or an Earthling Ed, or you want to have a podcast or be a comedian, or however you want to do it, just keep doing it.
Yeah.
You
use what you've got.
That's all we've got.
Yeah.
That's quite a wide scale, that was. You're not comparing us to Earthling Ed, Joey Armstrong, and Dawn Chorus, are you, on our little podcast?
No.
Okay, fine. Just checking. You don't want to get ideas above our station. We know our place.
That would be the best supergroup, though, wouldn't it?
That would be great. Get them as backing singers on your next video.
That'd be so good.
Me getting ideas above my station. You were talking about the BBC the other day.
I was, yeah. That was an off-air chat, though, so that was all right. Oh, what a laugh.
Brilliant.
Yeah, but just to skip back a bit, you said something, and it just made me think about, like, when you're chatting with vegans and you mention about, like cows being raped and their babies taken away and murdered.
Yeah.
That's not a normal conversation to have with normal folk, but sometimes you slip up and you mention it, or they say about, why are you vegan then? Well, I don't like seeing male chicks thrown into a macerator and chopped up. And they're like, oh yeah, sorry, I've gone in a bit sudden there for you, haven't I? Sorry, I should ramp up to that.
Yeah, yes.
So why have you
Gone straight in with the murder.
Why have you gone vegan? Come with me. Let's take a seat.
Let me show you this on YouTube.
You like smoothies, don't you? Yeah. It's bizarre, isn't it? Because it's like you're just so normalised to it, though, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just against the rape of female bovine mammals. What?
That's it.
And all they think they're asking is, why do you only eat vegetables?
Yeah.
That's what they think it is. They think it's purely.
I don't like the idea of someone wanking off a bull. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And
but it's what we've always done. It's what we've always done.
Yeah.
And cows make milk.
Even though they've never wanked off a bull, they pay someone to do it. Always the people that says we've always done it, that have never done it.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, Dana in our previous episode had said one of the things for her was she'd said about she wanted a cow or something, and someone said, "Oh well, before she was vegan, she wanted to have like a small holding or something and have chickens for eggs and have a cow for milk." And a friend said, "Well, the cow would need a baby then." She was like, "What?" Because and that was like one of the light bulb moments, and that was a really good one that I think
that is good.
I could use that again, because people think, and we've said this so many times, people think cows make milk rather than mothers make milk.
Considering that's some weird science, isn't it, that grass turns into milk somehow.
I was told categorically at primary school. We went on a farm visit, and we were told by the farmer and the teacher that cows have 5 stomachs, and that's how they turn grass into milk.
Wow.
I knew that until until 6 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, that farmer, if you were... Was it a school trip, did you say?
Yeah.
So if he'd have told you the reality, you'd have got telling off by the teacher, wouldn't you? So you'd probably...
Yeah.
Just a big old lie. Even
Exactly.
though kids are going to go, that's nonsense. But it's odd, isn't it? It must be the only animal ever to just produce milk randomly at will.
Yeah.
But we all went,
That's it.
I believe it.
Yeah. If he'd have said, right, we take Daisy here, we put her in this thing that we call a rape rack.
Yeah.
We get someone to go shoulder deep.
Yeah. Right.
And then 9 months later, we steal her baby.
Yeah, that's right.
And then you get your milk.
Yeah.
That would have been a very different school trip because you would have gone home to your mum and dad, and they would have been like, "What the hell is going on here?"
And that's the other thing. Your mates that are carnists, and they're like, "Why are you vegan?" I'm like, "Well, would you let your kid watch this video?" No.
That's why.
That's kind of saying a lot as well, really.
Yeah, I'd happily show my kids how his dinner's made.
Yeah.
How vegetables are pulled out of the ground and chopped up into bits. Could you do the same? None of them would.
No, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So, what did your friends and family think when you went vegan? Then, what was the reaction?
Well, I haven't got any.
Fair enough. Moving on.
Yeah.
That's like the Preacher Lawson joke, isn't it? He said, "I thought the reason I went vegan was I was sitting there one day and I thought I have got too many friends."
Yeah, that's right. That's brilliant.
I love that.
No, it's good. It's good. I mean, my wife's vegan. My little boy's vegan as well.
Brilliant.
He'll be 9 in 2 days. He's probably the only vegan in his school.
Good lad.
Which is great.
Wow.
Yeah, we watched lots of bite-sized vegan videos. Me and my wife are vegan, and he was, "You can't force me to eat these things." I'm like, "We're not forcing you. We just don't eat animals." And he wanted to learn a little bit more about it. So we literally watched bite-sized vegan videos on how eggs are made, how milk's made. And he was, overnight, that was it. He was just like, "Yeah, love animals. This is gross. Out of a chicken's bum? What?" So that's it. Yeah, I've got most of my friends, like vegan friends, have since gone vegan. Like in the vegan community. Back in the day, I just thought, I've got enough friends. I don't want to make any friends. I'll keep my head down, keep myself to myself, and just wait to die. But now I'm like, just, I see someone and they've got a vegan t-shirt on. I'm like, let's be best friends.
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, there's like 30 friend requests on Facebook. It's just such a lovely, a lovely group of people, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
You just know they've got a good heart. It doesn't matter what they think about anything else. They've just got a nice heart, and they just don't want to hurt anyone. And it's brilliant. So a lot of my friends have. I've still got close friends that still eat animals and stuff, and they're brilliant. They're working on it, and they're trying. There's a lot of people that have moved over to oat milk and soya milk.
Cool.
Based on recommendations.
Good start.
And, one of my friends saw. I posted a picture. Factory farm video, and he messaged me and said, "Right, that's it. Can't do this anymore. That's awful. Thanks for posting it." You get the odd person who's quite open about saying what you've just done there has inspired me or helped me in some way. But a lot of people don't like admitting that, do they? They don't like admitting you've affected my life. Oh, you've made me think. Ugh, how dare you? And they're not your mates.
No.
Yeah. You can't have a debate and they've made you think, then I don't know what they're for.
Yeah. I was at Heaton Park a couple of weeks ago up in Manchester. And I do a walk and talk for work. But we meet next to where the finish line for parkrun is. And every week when I go, or every month when I go there, I've just seen if there's any vegan runners coming past. And there's never been anyone. And the last time I was there, no, there's never been one. I've never seen one of the black and green. Never seen them. And then the last time I went, there was about 8 of them. And I felt like running over and going, "Vegan runners!" I thought, they think I'm mental.
They would love it.
There's nothing that says I'm vegan on me. So then it's just gone, who the fucking hell is this?
I thought you were going to attack them or something.
Yeah, you just get that thing that you see a vegan banner and you're like, you could be my friend.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I did the National Animal Rights March.
Nice.
And just as Dawn, I went with the big flag as Dawn, and it was just it's such a. We shouldn't have to do this, should we? But it's such a sad state of affairs that we have to do this. But it was one of the best days. It was so lovely. It's mad.
Yeah.
Fighting for rights for these animals.
I definitely want to try and get to the next one.
Oh, brilliant! Well, we'll go together. Let me know. We'll all go together.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, that'd be it.
I want to do as many as I can now because they're just a great day out, and it's you're reminded that you're not on your own. There's so many other people that think how you do.
Yeah.
Because when you surround yourself with all the non-vegans, you know, whether you've got low self-esteem or imposter syndrome, whatever, it all creeps in, doesn't it? And you think, well, maybe you're wrong here.
Yeah.
But you're just not, are you? You're just animals
exactly.
need to be taken care of, to be looked after. It's just how it is.
So do you think anything's changed, like physically or mentally for you?
I've definitely got more mental. Physically, not really. I don't know. I do feel a hell of a lot different, but then I also don't. Maybe that's the antidepressants. I don't know. I think I'm all right now. I'm fine. I think. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
I might have to email you separately and let you know if I'm okay or not.
Do you feel that perhaps, if I maybe try and reword it in a different way, but like, do you feel it's opened your mind to more things that you maybe didn't think about before?
Yeah, definitely.
Because I think I've felt that. It opened, like, for the last 6 years, I've changed my mindset exponentially in my views with things in society, mostly off the back of becoming vegan.
Well, it's because animals are exploited everywhere, literally everywhere you go, everything you do, everything you wear, everything you eat. You have to sort of rethink everything, don't you? You have to sort of ask yourself everywhere you go, everything you do, did an animal suffer for this? And you realise pretty much, they did. So
yeah. And also, if we've been lied to about animals for all these years, what else are we being lied to about?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
that's that's been the thing for me.
Yeah. If it weren't for these people going into factory farms and farms with the cameras and stuff, I mean, there's so much that will just be hidden. They're absolute heroes. Like Mel and Steve, and Joey, and all these people, and Tarry, and they're just legends because, you know, we can only read so many books and see so many memes, but unless you see the actual footage, because I couldn't get into these places at night and witness this stuff. No, definitely not. I'm happy to put a wig on and go and talk to people in the daytime, surrounded by other people, and do it that way. But these true activists, I mean,
it would be a good mugshot though. Dawn Chorus holding the thing.
Can you imagine? That'd be so good. Oh, I might have to just recreate that and pretend I got caught. No, that might be it. Brilliant.
Yeah,
I'm going to do that. Thanks. I credit you, Matthew.
All right. What's the best thing about being vegan?
Best thing about being vegan, knowing that you're reducing harm as much as you can. There's a solace in that, isn't there? Knowing that you're going to bed without blood on your hands. I mean, obviously, it's impossible not to cause harm to animals, but you're reducing as much as you can.
Yes.
And you're certainly not paying people to do what they do in slaughterhouses for you. And like I say, meeting loads of other people, meeting loads of like-minded people that all have the same values is just the best thing.
Yes.
It's like another life, really, that I didn't know existed. It's so refreshing. Oh, and the food every day there's just something new out. I mean, I used to love food anyway, and there's all these businesses, isn't there? There's all these amazing companies trying new things It's like a buffet, 24/7, constant buffet. And people don't realise that. They go, "Oh, I couldn't do vegan. Vegan burgers are shit." And it's like, well, oh my god! Like, take away the 6 dead animals, literally eat anything else.
Yeah.
And so many amazing companies are coming out. Like, just squeaky bean tuna I had recently.
Yes.
For the first time, I used to have jacket potato, cheese, beans, and tuna back in the day, all together.
All in one?
All on one, yeah.
Cheese, beans, and tuna?
Yeah. It was beans and then cheese and tuna on top. Because it's boiling hot beans, melted cheese, and then cold tuna. Honestly, it was amazing. I used to go to a greasy spoon and they just used to go, usual. Heart disease on a plate, And then I'd... since going vegan, I've never created it until recently when Squeaky Bean did their tuna flakes, and it was just phenomenal. I had the whole thing again. It's brilliant with Cathedral City grated. You're going to try it now, aren't you?
Now I've got to put a jacket potato in a slow cooker and put cheese, beans, and tuna on it.
Yeah, you have. Yeah,
that was Wesley's homework from our previous episode, Lee, where our guest Dana mentioned that she does her jacket potatoes in a slow cooker, and neither of us had ever heard of that.
No, I haven't.
So now you've got the perfect opportunity, Wes.
I mean, when you cook a jacket potato in the microwave, it's like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So I mean, a slow cooker, what's that, like a day?
About 10, 15
she said,
hours.
yeah, just do it all day. Yeah.
Wow. I'm not sure.
Put it in the morning.
Yeah.
And it's ready for your dinner.
Wow. It's got a better taste amazing.
Would that be your favourite quick meal then? Is that your go-to thing?
My favourite meal is lasagna. My own lasagna.
Lasagna?
Yeah. I've mastered the recipe for that.
Lasagnas are good. So lasagna, like a vegetable lasagna, or lasagna with like meat alternative.
Meat alternatives. This mince by this, you know.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they're mince, and it's delicious. Yeah.
They've got some incredible products at the minute, haven't they? It's just
so good, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
The sausages
the whole,
are incredible as well.
Right across the range, yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff. Favorite vegan food product? Is that the tuna, or is that something else?
Favorite vegan food products? Did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, the tuna's good. Trying to think now what I really like. The Cathedral City. There's an amazing cheese called Mouse's Favourite. Do you know Mouse's Favourite?
I think Jake Yap mentioned that when he came on. Mouse's Favourite, but we've never had it.
Incredible.
I've never had it.
They do one called Aged Classic, and it's slightly creamy, but it tastes exactly like cheddar used to taste.
Oh,
it's so good, so good. Aged Classic, it's called. Yeah, so that's good. I love anything VFC do. I really like.
Yes, that's really good.
Yeah,
and I mean, there's loads of Temple of Seitan. They're because I always want to
love a bit of
recreate
that.
as nearest to KFC as I can get, but I realise it's just the coating, the secret ingredient that I need to recreate.
So what would your favourite vegan non-food product be? So hair, beard, clothing, stuff like that. Beard? For when you haven't shaved.
What would my favourite non-vegan
non-vegan food for not non-vegan?
So, no, not non-vegan.
That's it. Oh God.
Vegan not food product.
I'm getting so confused because there's so much noise in my kitchen.
I'm confused. Did you just ask me if I could eat a beard? If you put cheese and tuna on top, yeah, I'll give it a go. but it's got to be in a slow cooker for at least 15 hours.
Yeah.
Right.
We've always done it.
But bacon. Oh no.
Oi, beards feel
what
pain.
is your favourite vegan not food product?
Where did the beard come in then?
So like cosmetics and things.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
Lee.
Sorry.
Products, beard
Lee,
products.
you're our first male guest for
Ah.
months who hasn't got a beard. But it's not been intentional. We've just every guest we've had. Well, I mean, all our guests are vegan, but every guest we've had on,
Yeah.
all the men have had beards. We thought it was like some sort of uniform or something.
Yeah, I normally do, but because I've been doing Dawn videos, I have to shave. I mean, she's always got a 5 o'clock shadow, to be fair, in every video. She always has. Sorry, so my favourite non-vegan item, product, yeah?
Not food. Yeah, vegan, not food product.
I've got some really good boots from v.egan that are made out of ocean waste.
Oh, wow.
Big black leather boots with zips down the side. They're amazing.
Wow.
Never heard of that. That's cool.
They're really good.
Oh, that's really good. Was it v.egan?
v.gan. So the E is a dot, I think. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I also
like Morse code.
Yeah. Yeah. Before that, my boots were made of apples, recycled apples.
Boots?
Boots, yeah.
Wow, that's mad.
I know. Yeah, which I thought was incredible.
I've seen it. I've seen the mango's quite a good leather alternative, and bananas and stuff.
Oh wow!
Apples, that's a lot of peeling, isn't it?
It is a lot. Not very appealing at all. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, it's interesting. Just don't go out in the yeah. Just don't go out in the wet because you just it's like apple sauce wandering around. That's not.
Okay. All right. Favorite vegan restaurants?
Oh, Gautier in Soho is one of my favourites.
Okay.
Have you been there before?
I've heard of it. I don't have the income to go, I don't think.
Well, it's 55 quid for like their 6 or 8 course tasting menu, which I think is really good, considering what you get. Really, really good. So that's good.
What type of cuisine is it? Is it like the high... Just everything?
Yeah, everything, yeah.
Nice.
I'm trying to think what I had. I've been a couple of times, I can't remember what I had now. But yeah, it's just amazing. Every dish. Some of the things I'm like, I'm not going to like that, and then I want more of it. It's really, really good. I'm trying to think, there's loads actually. What's Earthling Ed's diner called in East London? I really like that place. Unity Diner.
Oh yeah,
that's really good. Love the stuff there. Club Mexicana, really good. Ooey Vegan, I love in Brighton when I just want like a, stodgy burger and with dripping cheese and chips and stuff like that. Ooey Vegan's really good. Yeah.
Nice. What's that one called?
Ooey Vegans. OOWEE.
Oh, we've not had that one. Ooey Vegan.
Like, sort of Five Guys, but of all vegan burgers and stuff. It's great.
Five Guys of the vegan world.
Yeah,
that's a good recommendation.
That is.
Yeah. There's a chain actually. Ooey. There's quite a few of them.
Right. Cool. I got invited to a Christmas, a works Christmas do thing, and they said we'll just send you the menu across, see what there is for you, and there was like one or two. There was one vegan option, and I just emailed back and I went, luckily we don't have to make much choice. It looks like there's only one, but if you think there's two, just surprise me. I don't care. I don't care what it is. Just give me food. It's fine.
Anything
I don't
else?
need to worry about whether it's going to be something I'm not going to like, because I'm probably going to be okay with it now.
Yeah. If it's Christmas, it will be beetroot in lattice pastry, which is like on every menu ever, isn't it? Or chickpea curry.
Chickpea curry, yay! Woohoo!
Yeah.
I mean, I love it
every time.
Happy Christmas.
Nothing says Christmas like a chickpea curry.
It doesn't, does it? Yeah, just get me a meat substitute pigs in blankets and all that stuff. Like, create a Christmas dinner, but a vegan, kind, cruelty-free version. It's all we want, isn't it? We don't want
the rest of your Christmas dinner is vegan. It's just vegetables and potatoes, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just a meat sub. That's it. Fine.
Yeah, but they just think we're going to want like radishes and grit for like a main. Like it's just weird.
That's what I have. What's wrong with that?
Radishes and grit.
Yeah.
Good band, weren't they, in the 80s? They were.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Who are your favourite vegan people? Who inspires you? Celebrities, friends, family, whoever.
Oh yeah, Gary Yourofsky. I really liked. All of his speeches were. When I was researching, I saw them. I was like, oh, here we go. This is it. This is the good stuff. Yeah, Ed's good. Earthling Ed, Joey Carb, Strong, Melon Steve. All these guys were helping me when I first started out, especially helping me with debates and with the facts and stuff like that. As I say, Chris Packham, back in the day when he first started doing it. Yeah, there's loads really. Dr. Faraz Harsini is amazing. He's brilliant. He goes out and just changes people on the spot. He's great. There's loads really, isn't there? There's so many heroes.
Talking of them, thinking about it, I didn't ask you at the beginning. How did you get working with Jamie Logan?
So I followed her on social media because her debates are also brilliant. Her street debates and she only ever goes from a happy point of view, a positive slant. I've never seen her get into an argument with anyone, which is great. And yeah, she was just on the same We the Free shoot the fish when people were dressed as fish on the South Bank.
Right.
She was sort of behind that, helping sort that out and arrange that, and that was it. We just got chatting there, and I was like, "Oh, I'm a bit like you, but not as good, and I wear a wig and teeth, and do song parodies. So I'm nothing like you. Can we be friends?" And then she went, "Yeah, all right."
Fantastic.
She's amazing. She's absolutely amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, we had her on the pod last year, and we had her booked in on one day, and she cancelled with about 2 hours' notice, and we were like, "Well, that's a bit rude." And then the next morning, there were pictures everywhere of her storming the catwalk at a fashion show in New York Fashion Week, and we were like, "Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's more important than talking to us too."
She's great, isn't she? The stuff she does, she's out there and stopping things and
incredible
talks and really, really good. Again, I could only do that as Dawn. I couldn't do that as me. The thought would keep me awake all night. But as Dawn, anywhere, go anywhere and do it. Dangerous.
That's amazing.
That's good. I like that. Okay, so what advice would you give to anyone who's thinking about going vegan?
Just do as much reading on it and watching the videos as you can. It's a tough watch, but you can't ignore it. You've got to know it. You've got to know these things happen. I think that's it. Once you see it, I don't know, unless you're a psychopath, I don't know how you can carry on knowing it's out there, let alone you're the cause of it. So watch it all, see it all, go and visit these things. I know some people say pigeon steps and baby steps and all that kind of stuff, but I the animals don't want you to, they don't want baby steps. They want you to save them tonight. They're out there now waiting. So watch the stuff, read everything, and know what you're talking about. If at the end of that you don't want to be vegan, then that's fair enough, but at least you know what it's all about, what it means, and what goes on.
And at least you know that we all think you're a psychopath.
Yes, exactly. That's right. If at the end of that you decide not to go vegan, then just unfriend me. I don't want to know you. You're a waste of space. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, we're at the last question, and this is slightly deeper than the rest. So we started asking this after finding out about the term dystopia, which is the anguish of living in a carnist world as a vegan, the feeling that we're never going to get anywhere. So do you have any hope for the future?
Yes, I do. I think veganism's getting bigger every day. I think people are waking up. I hate that term, waking up. Sounds a lot of thing that conspiracy theorists use, isn't it? Wake up, but genuinely, it feels like waking up. I think a lot of people are getting iller and getting sicker, and so wanting to change their diet. I just can't see these I mean, all these industries are unsustainable, aren't they? The oceanless seas in, fishless oceans in 2048. I think dairy's on the way out, isn't it? It's dropping in sales considerably. I genuinely think we'll look back and go, what the hell was this
Yeah.
strange caveman era that lasted all that time? Yeah, I've got loads of hope. I didn't that first year. I didn't have any hope. I was like, well, if this is it, we're screwed, But now I see all the hard work that everyone's doing and the awareness. There's always awareness. Like I'm on a vegan group with, I don't know, 27,000 activists or something like that, and they post 2 or 3 events every day that they are going to places. They're taking time off work, spending their own money. We're all skint, and they're going to defend the animals. They're going outside buildings. They're doing displays. They're just heroes.
It's incredible.
It's all for the animals, and it's honestly the amount of events I see every day that they're organising just off their own backs. It's amazing. There's no way this is going to stop. This is only going to get better. It's definitely on the rise. I don't. In answer to your question, I don't get this dystopia anymore. I did, but as I say, I'm on very strong antidepressants now.
Yeah.
So.
I think somebody. I think I read it.
I'm not.
read
not. They're not very strong enough. Go on.
I either read it somewhere or heard someone say it about how, there's a lot of those things that we're seeing in the shops, the new things are coming in the shops all the time. That's now on a decline.
Yeah.
And there's less vegan alternatives in the shops. So like you're saying, it's growing, which I agree with you. I definitely think it is. But even if that's a fact that those food items are declining, like we've said on a previous episode as well, that it might be that people are starting to realise you don't need those alternatives to be vegan anyway.
That's right.
Most is quite. I know I am for one, on my own level, for me and my family. I try and now eat as whole food as I possibly can. I mean, we had Lidl Schnitzel tonight, but that was just one meal for the last. I think the last 10 days, I've just been doing veggie curries and chilies and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not. It's. I think it's just. I'm hoping that's the way it's going anyway.
Yeah, I think so. I agree. I think a lot of people are starting up small businesses because there's a big market for it now. A lot of companies are coming out and starting it, but they're not, because there's so many now. A lot of them are going to go. A lot of them aren't going to last. You notice the big chains, the big companies, this and Levy and BFC and stuff are still going strong because they're stuck around.
Yeah.
But if you think how many plant-based meat companies 10 years ago, probably 1 or 2, and there's like probably about 20 now. So they can't all keep going.
No.
But it doesn't mean veganism is on the decline, does it? It just means there's so many options that they can't all compete, I think. I hope, anyway.
Definitely, yeah.
That's it. Okay. Thanks so much, Lee. That's been really awesome. Tell us before you go though about VegFest and wherever else people can see you performing soon.
Yeah, so VegFest, Kensington Town Hall, Saturday the 7th of December. That should be good. Doing stand-up there. I'm also on in Birmingham. There's a comedy club called Artie's Parties. They do comedy gigs, fully vegan venue, fully vegan acts, ran by an awesome vegan couple. They're just brilliant, and I've done loads of their gigs so far, and they are an absolute joy. They're always a sellout. The audience they just go to escape and hear vegan jokes and stuff like that. It's just brilliant. So I'm doing that next. That's on the 14th of December, Saturday the 14th of December in Birmingham.
Brilliant.
And if you go onto Facebook and look up Artie's Parties, or follow me at Plant Braced, then I can let you know when they are.
Oh, magic.
Awesome.
Right, we'll link to that in the show notes so people can click and go.
Amazing.
Fantastic. So you've got those couple of dates going on. Is the stand-up still a sort of going concern, or are you more focused on the acting now?
I'm not
what's
really
the plan?
doing acting anymore. I think I'm kind of done with that.
Oh, right,
It's
okay.
more comedy, more stand-up, and more outreach, more activism stuff.
Okay.
I love making my little videos, my little skits, and my song parodies, and I love going out interviewing and chatting to people. So if I can combine the comedy with that, then I'm happy.
Yeah.
I've still got
Brilliant.
loads of other characters that I can do on certain stand-up nights.
Yeah.
But again, it's the animals. They're constantly on my mind, and I feel like I have to keep doing stuff for them. I know that sounds cheesy, but I don't know.
It's true.
I
Yeah,
feel
if
like
it's true, that's good.
the animals are out there now. They really need me. So let's put a wig on and some silly teeth and don't ruin someone's day. That's how it works.
And if in that, like you say, you're doing that outreach stuff, and if I don't know, say you do 10 outreach events, and you turn one person vegan, that's the job done.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Well, I had a not a row, but someone didn't like my posts recently on Facebook. Proper kicked off. Yum yum yum, all that kind of stuff. I just love animals, especially ones to eat. Yum yum yum. Gonna have a steak now. All that nonsense. Unfriended me, blocked me, disappeared. Forgot all about them. That was last year actually, and then a few weeks ago, she messaged me on Instagram saying, "Okay, if I go vegan, I have some issues before with certain foods. What would your advice be?" So she's obviously gone away, thought about it, and come back and said, "Right, if I do it."
Yeah.
So row was, there was obviously a seed planted, and it was worth having that chat, despite it being a bit heated.
Yeah. I'd be demanding an apology, to be fair.
Yes, yeah. I'll get her to call you and apologise. I'm not going to get one. She will never apologise to me.
Well,
Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast earlier on with our previous guest Giles, who obviously joined us on our Podways, and then thought, well, if those two Herberts can do a podcast, so can I. But he had Ronnie Lee on as a guest on his second episode.
Oh.
And if you don't know Ronnie Lee, he's one of the founders of Animal Liberation Front, and has a long history of veganism and activism, and has been to prison for things that he's committed in the name of animal liberation. Absolutely incredible story. But he was saying it's so important to not have those heated arguments with people, because for exactly that reason, they won't go away and think about the message. They'll go away and think, what a bellend that bloke was. That isn't the phrase he used, but that's how I interpreted it. But if you part on good terms, they're far more likely to think about it afterwards, and something might just make that connection in their head, and they think, oh shit, hold on, he was right,
Yeah.
That's the way we're going to change the world, not by sort of shouting at people and guilting them all the time.
I agree. What I found really works when I'm doing the outreach stuff is if I talk about my situation and say, I used to do this. Yeah, I used to pay for that. I used to kill birds, pay someone to kill birds for me, gas birds alive, or electrocute them every Friday when I wanted a bucket of chickens. Like, well, yeah, I used to love, bacon and all that stuff. Because they're watching you then, and they can either go, oh, that's me, I do that, or, oh God, oh, that's horrible, and then realise it's them.
Yeah,
I think if it's like show don't tell, isn't it? If you explain your situation, if you explain how you've made the connection and why you don't want to cause this, they can't feel judged. They can only judge you.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with them judging me. Judge me as much as they want. But if they walk away feeling judged, that, like you say, they're not going to change. They're just going to feel irate and judged.
Yeah. You've lost the argument then, because it's become an argument rather than a discussion.
Yeah. Self-deprecation is huge. When I used to do stand-up back in the day, self-deprecating humour, because no one heckled me. No one ever heckled me because I was taking the piss out of myself. I do the heckling to myself. It's a bit like that. If you're If you're out and about and you're saying, I used to do this, I was horrible. I used to baby cows and I used to drink their breast milk and all this stuff. They're like, oh God, you were a horrible person. Then they'll go away and think, oh God, that's me.
Oh shit. Yeah. So am I.
Yeah. But all you're doing is going out talking about yourself. That's how I think. Asking questions and talking about yourself is how I think activism is useful. Is useful for me anyway. Other people have a different approach and they're good at it, but for me, it's rambling on like I'm doing now about myself. Yeah.
Fantastic. Love that. Thank you so much. That's been brilliant, Lee. Can't wait to see the next videos that you're posting, and all the best at VegFest and the comedy night in Birmingham.
Great. Thank you so much,
We'll
guys.
see.
I really appreciate it. I hope to see you out and about soon in the flesh.
Yeah. I was just thinking, Wes lives near Manchester. I live in Kettering. We could meet up in Birmingham for that night.
Yeah.
And as bad luck would have it, December the 14th is our family Christmas. They're coming down to us for Christmas. So
Okay.
that one's out of the picture. But next time we'll keep an eye out, and
There'll be more, hopefully.
And if not,
we'll come and see you. That'd
I'll
be great.
do everything I can to come to the National Animal Rights March next year. That is when I saw it this year, I was like, I literally can't go.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get there. Whereas this year, I'm like, or next year, I'm like, I really want to do it. I really want to go to it. So
amazing.
All right.
Well, I'll walk by your side. I'll be proud to walk alongside you. So give us a
you
shout.
too,
if
man.
do it.
You too.
Yeah.
Coffee with milk, please.
We only have plant milk. Is that okay?
Stop! It's not okay. And if something like this has happened to you, you need to call me, Seymour Loudermilk, right now. If you've had your feelings hurt by a vegan, you could be entitled to compensation.
Oat milk, soy milk, almond milk?
No thanks. I'll have louder milk. And I'll see you in court.
Get more with Seymour. Call 866-HATE-VEGANS. HateVegans.com.
What a lovely man.
He was lovely. Lee's great. Really like
Yeah.
Lee. He's awesome.
Yeah, great fun. If you've never seen his reels or TikToks, I highly recommend having a look. Even you, Wes, who's not on social media, somehow find his video.
I think I might have mentioned I'm on Instagram, but I'm not on Instagram. I can't deactivate Instagram.
Oh, okay.
So I spent 4 days unfollowing everybody and then removing followers. So I went to zero except Michelle and the kids. And then the kids went, you can't get rid of Instagram because there's loads of pictures of us when we were little on there. I went, oh yeah. No, that was good. I enjoyed that. It was a good laugh.
Great chat. And check him out live. As I said, we saw him at Camp Out and he was hilarious. So definitely recommend that. Check it out. All right. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. And if you want to get in touch, if you want to join us for a future episode, obviously a future episode. You can't join us for a past episode.
No.
Although if you could do that, that would be funny to try and work it out. But if you want to join us for a future episode, then drop us a line. Come and find us on Instagram, Facebook. That's probably it. Just search search up, as the kids say. I don't know why they say search up.
I don't know why it's search up.
No, search for. It's either look up or search for, isn't it? It's not search up.
Yeah. Or maybe they're literally doing that, mixing everything up.
Yeah. Oh, those kids. Search for How I Vegan Podcast.
Or email howiveganpodcast@gmail.com and be our friends.
Be our friends.
Be our friends.
Come and be our friends. Yeah, love it. Thanks very much.
Cheers, guys.
See you next time.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.